Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24, where today the Athletics come into the episode 43 and 94, and we have a small mission this episode. We play 6 games. The goal is to not lose all 6 and end this episode with 100 losses. We'll see if we can do it. We'll start off in beautiful PNC Park against the 84-55 Pittsburgh Pirates. If you're excited for this episode, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. The Pirates will send Quinn Priester onto the mound, and Zach Geloff will lead off for the Athletics. To kick off this game, he will take a curveball and single into right field. A good start for the Athletics leadoff man as he takes first base. That'll bring up in the 2-hole today, Ryan Noda with a 1-2, and he gets tied up inside on the slider. There's the first out of the ballgame. Jordan Diaz hitting in the 3 spot today. Despite hitting only 188 average-wise, he has the best OPS on the team, and here he bloops a single into center. So Geloff's able to go to third, and we got him on the corners. A good chance to threaten here for the A's. For Tyler Soderstrom up next, who takes a fastball over to first, and well, that's going to be a 3-6-3 double play, and in the inning with 0 runs. On the mound for the Athletics will be Jared Jones today. Has not had the best season for the A's. He did start his career, though, right here in Pittsburgh, so a little bit of a homecoming for him. He'll start off against the speedy right fielder Ji-Hwan Bae, and Bae will start the day for the Pirates, as that rhymed, with a leadoff single of his own. Now, Bae is very speedy, so he's always a threat to steal, and on the first pitch, he's already going for second, and he swipes it with ease as Hayes watches his teammate slide into second base for Bae's 14th stolen base of the season. Later in the at-bat, Brian Hayes gets underneath the fastball. This will be up for Noda, who will put it away, and we'll take a look at the Pirates lineup today, who in my opinion has overachieved this season. They're only 3 games back in the NL Central. They're the top wildcard team. Here's a look at the rest of the roster. O'Neal Cruz in short, Jake Sowinski in center field, Brian De La Cruz in left, Brian Reynolds at designated hitter, Henry Davis at catcher, second baseman is Termarr Johnson, and first base Indy Rodriguez. No superstars, I would say, other than O'Neal Cruz in this lineup, and they've been a very good team. Speaking of Cruz, he grounds out to third for the second out of the first. And that'll bring up Jack Sowinski up next, who's been hitting pretty good balls recently. But this time he just flies out to center field, and both teams scoreless through 1. We'll go top 3 now, see what the A's can do in this half inning. As Clark Elliott, with the first pitch of the inning, will hit this one into the right field stands. A solo shot for Clark Elliott, the rookie, with his 6th home run of the season. He's been pretty solid this year. I would say it's been a successful rookie season for Clark Elliott, and he gets the Athletics on the board first. They lead 1-0. Next batter is rookie teammate Pedro Pineda, who swings and misses on an inside sinker. Hasn't been as good of a season for him. And that'll bring up Zach Geloff back to the plate, who singled to begin this ballgame. 1-2 pitch this time to the second baseman, and he can't pull the trigger on the slider, and it's perfect position for Priester as he strikes him out looking. Now 2 down for Ryan Noda, who's one of the other guys to strike out in this game, as he has the first pitch here, and he hits this one into shallow left, where it will be caught by De La Cruz. The A's get the run to make it 1-0. This will go all the way bottom 5, where Jared Jones has had a good day. And De La Cruz will lead off for the Pirates, and it'll be an infield single for the former Rocky in Philly from last year. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds, the designated hitter, who flew out back in the second to begin the ballgame. Had a pretty solid season for him thus far, and he takes this one into right field deep. And you can see Elliott's angling to play this one off of the wall, because that's exactly what will happen. However, the speed of De La Cruz will allow him to score, and it's an RBI double for Reynolds, and the Pirates tie us up at 1 apiece. Still nobody out for Henry Davis now, the catcher, and he will hit this one into the gap, and this will be trouble. The Pirates are going to have their first lead of the ball game. Back-to-back RBI doubles for Pittsburgh. This is now 2-1 Pirates, thanks to Henry Davis and his 17th double of the season. Still nobody out as Termarr Johnson looks at ball 4. That one just missing the side of the plate. First walk for Jones today. That'll bring up the first baseman, Indy Rodriguez, who lined out back in the third. First pitch to Rodriguez. He reaches for a fastball. Hits it pretty decently into center, all things considered. Pineda will catch it. It'll be a tag to third, and he is safe. So now Pittsburgh has them on the corners. 1 down. Ji-Hwan Bae. Chop over to third. Diaz going to try to turn 2 to end the inning, but Bae's speed beats out the throw to first. Keeps the inning alive, and it scores another run. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Ryan Hayes up next. A pitch in the dirt. Bae was going, and that'll be an easy stolen base for Ji-Hwan Bae. Brian Hayes later in the at-bat with 2-1. We'll hit this one through the left side of the infield, and with base speed, he's going to head home. Ciani with a great effort, but not enough to get him. And all of a sudden, it's 4-1 Pirates. O'Neal Cruz up next, 2-2. He gets a high fastball, hits this one well to left. Ciani's going to run out of space. It's a 2-run homer for O'Neal Cruz. And just like that, the Pirates have put up a 6th spot here in the 5th. The 26th home run of the season for Cruz. It's 6-1 Pirates. After a great start from Jones, it was quickly spoiled. He would get through the 5th. Mason Miller will now come in to man the 6th inning for the Athletics. 105 innings pitched in relief this season. He's been the go-to innings eater, and we're going to ask him to eat a few more here as Brian De La Cruz starts off by slapping this one down the left field line. That'll be a double. Ciani will get it in quickly. It's a great throw again, and just doesn't get him out. So leadoff double for Cruz, his 21st of the season. Will bring up Brian Reynolds, who swings at the low fastball. That's a nice strike 3 pitch by Miller. Henry Davis up next, who's hit well against lefties compared to righties. Thankfully, Miller is a righty, so we don't have to worry about that .395 average against left-handed pitching. With a 2-2, Davis will hit this one into right. Elliott will glove it. However, De La Cruz will tag and go to third. So now Miller trying to strand the runner 90 feet away. But Miller would actually be taken out of the game. A little bit low stamina. We'll bring in the lefty A.J. Puck instead against the second baseman and lefty Tamar Johnson. 2-2 pitch, and he will hit this one up the middle, and it will get through, and Puck cannot strand the runner. It's now 7-0 Pirates. I feel like Puck's not been that good since acquiring him at the deadline. Endy Rodriguez, though, would pop up a slurve where it looks like it will be gloved by Geloff, and that will end the 6th inning. Speaking of 6, Priester went 6th for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they'll bring in the righty Bradley Blaylock, the rookie now, for his 47th appearance. He'll start off against Sammy Ciani, another Athletic who started his career here in Pittsburgh. He lines out to short. Susac up next with the 2-0, and he's going to hit this one over the glove of Johnson at second base for a single. Susac's played really well since the All-Star break. Average is up over the 220s. Clark Elliott up next. We'll look at ball 4. Now there's 2 on here for the A's. And that'll bring up Pedro Pinedo. Despite only hitting 195 this season, has had a good month of August, hitting 296 this month. 1-2 pitch here, and he's going to cash in. Slider high, he puts it into the gap, and that's going to be trouble. Pineda's hot month continues. This is going to be a 2 RBI double for the rookie center fielder, and now it's 7-3 Pirates. Athletics only down by 4. That'll also do it for Bradley Blaylock. He would be pulled. Instead, it would be Sean Manaea, who spent last year with the New York Yankees after being a longtime Met. He'll start off with Geloff, who gets greedy on a high slurve. He times it up well, but that was just way too high. 2 down now for Noda, and he also will shrink out on the sweeping pitch. It's 7-3 Pirates, but we go into the bottom of the 7th. A.J. Puck still on the mound, and Brian Hayes wants to double dip. Another home run for Hayes, this time a solo shot into left field, and the Pirates will get one of those 2 runs back. 10th home run for the season for Hayes goes .450 into the left field seats. And the Pirates now lead 8-3. Puck would not get through the inning as they would bring in Kyle Muller to get the final out of the frame. As the lefty will take to the mound, he has Tamar Johnson in the 8th, and he will swing and miss on the slider. So Muller will do his job. However, we go into the 9th. The Athletics, spoiler, did not get anything, and they lose this one 8-3. So Pittsburgh would take game 1 of this 3-game set at PNC Park. Again, we just need to win one of these 6 games this episode. We will be able to avoid 100 losses for another episode. 8 runs, 10 hits for the Pirates, 3 runs, 9 hits for the Athletics. We had 9 hits, and the only problem was 7 of those hits were singles. We weren't able to really do much with it. Outside the 2 extra base hits, it was not the best day for the offense as Hayes gets player of the game thanks to his 2 home runs. Now this is on Monday. We had Tuesday off, but here's your Tuesday game of the week. The Astros and the Rangers win this one. And one thing to highlight, Houston has not had a good second half of the season. They're now 67-72, while the Rangers lead our division. It's also September, so we'll make a pair of call-ups. We'll call up Ryan Thompson first. I feel like this is the easier decision. He's been a good reliever, and I want to get him back to the big leagues. As far as position players, we're going to call up Tyler Freeman, the third baseman we got in the Eddie Rosario trade to the Cubs. He's never reached his potential in the big leagues, but I want to give him a shot in an A's uniform. In Game 2, we lose this one 8-7. Daniel Susac had a 2-home run game as he continues to swing a hot bat. But it was the pitching that let us down. J.P. Sears and Sean Ariano did not do a good job overall. Game 3, we lose 10-1, so we get swept, which means the 100 loss for the episode is still alive. JT again, not a good start. 7 earned in a third inning, and Sean Ariano didn't do good in relief. And now we got to head home to face the Dodgers. So yeah, we have to take 1 game out of 3 against the Dodgers at home in order to avoid 100 losses for another episode. They are 78-63. They're actually on the outside looking in terms of the National League playoff race. That's interesting to see. They're 3 games back in the wild card. So, the Dodgers definitely want to take advantage of these 3 games against the worst team in baseball, being the Athletics. They're going to send Mick Abel onto the mound for this one. A 3-16 record is not what you want to see out of your ace. But oh well, he'll start off against Freddie Freeman, the 2020 NL MVP. And well, he'll start the day by striking Freddie Freeman out on a nice changeup low. That'll bring up Christian Yelich up next, who's now in Los Angeles, back for his hometown team after being traded a couple of seasons ago. He has a single, which brings up Shohei Ohtani, and Yelich will quickly try to swipe second and get in there. So Yelich showing some speed still with his 29th stolen base. We would then walk Ohtani, so why not? Who wants to face Showtime? The only problem is Mookie Betts is behind him, and Betts will hit this one down the third base line. This is going to be an RBI single. The Dodgers have 4 former MVPs to begin their lineup. That is pretty deadly. 1-0 LA. That'll bring up the first non-former MVP, and Smith, in what should be a double play, is bobbled, and because of that, the Dodgers will score another run. It's not going to be an error, but those are just the little things you cannot do against a good team like the Dodgers. Stone Garrett will then ground out to begin the first, and we'll go into the bottom half of the frame now, where Bobby Miller will take the mounds with a 2-run cushion. We've seen him a little bit in the Down on the Farm episodes. He is a really good pitcher, and he's really coming to his own here with the Dodgers. Giloff will start off for the Athletics. He'll hit this one over to second base, where Betts will make the play. And we'll take a look at the Athletics lineup for today. It's essentially the same lineup you just saw. We'll see Noda, Diaz, Soderstrom, Davidson, Ciani, Susac, up to a 231 average, by the way. Elliott and Pineda. This is the worst hitting team in all of baseball with a 226 average on the season. So here is Noda with a 1-2 now, and he will hit this one to short to where it's going to be gloved by Trey Sweeney. 2 down now for Jordan Diaz, and he will look at ball 4. 102 just misses the outside portion of the plate. Tyler Soderstrom up next, and the first pitch will get the bat around on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball for a single into left. So now the Athletics with 2 on. We'll see if they can do something with it. Here's Logan Davidson, 1-2, and he'll go down on the 101 fastball. That is insane heat out of Bobby Miller. We'll go all the way to the 6th now. There's been no score since then, until I just jinxed it, because Christian Yelich is going to hit this one into the right field hill. I almost said seats, but there's no seats out there. That one's a home run. The former 2018 NL MVP with his 27th of the season. Abel's been pitching great since that first, but that home run might change some things. It's now 3-0 Dodgers. Up next will be Shohei Ohtani with a 3-0 count, and he'll look at ball 4, his second walk of the ball game. Mookie Betts now with a RBI single back in the first will step back into the batter's box. The 10-time All-Star now since being named this season. 3-2 count to him, and he looks at ball 4 as well. So back-to-back walks puts 2 on for the Dodgers, and Will Smith is the other guy who got an RBI back in that first frame. He's 0 for 2 because of the bobble by Davidson. He got an RBI out of it. 2-2 here to Smith, and he swings at a curveball. Great pitch there by Abel. That's his 5th strikeout of the day. And that'll bring up Stone Garrett, the former National, acquired at last year's trade deadline. 0 for 2 day for him, and he will pop up a fastball into center field. Ohtani looks like he's going to tag on this one, and Pineda will come up firing, and they don't test his arm. So, got to show respect out there to Pineda. 2 down now for Jake Fraley, and Fraley will hit this one into the left center gap, and this is going to be trouble. The former Cincinnati Red comes up huge. That's going to be a 2 RBI double for Jake Fraley, and now it's 5-0 Dodgers. A 3 spot right now in the 6th, and another good start to the ball game, spoiled late, as that would do it for Mick Abel. A.J. Buck comes in to get the final out here in the 6th inning. He's got Trey Sweeney to do it against, but again, Puck can't get the final out. It's going to be an RBI single for Trey Sweeney, and it's now 6-0 Dodgers. Can he get it against Liover Peguero? 2-0, and Peguero hits this one well to left. As Siani goes back, he will get it at the track, but that's a 4 spot in the 6 for the Dodgers. We'll go bottom 7. The Athletics still scoreless as Daniel Susac swings and misses at the 12-6. 11th K of the day for Miller. Here's a guy who's responsible for 2 of those, Clark Elliott. Full count pitch here. Elliott will apparently go around on the changeup, and that'll be the hat trick. So 2 down now for Pedro Pineda on pitch 110. Pineda gets plunked, so he'll take first base. Dodgers will keep Miller in. And on pitch 112 now, Geloff will hit this one to left, and it will land fair. Pineda is going to be waved home from first. And this is going to be an RBI double for Geloff. And finally, the Athletics are on the board. And with that, Miller's day would be done. 6 2/3, 1 earned. Responsible for the one on second, though. But Nick Frasso will come in relief to try to strand that runner. He just needs to get out Ryan Noda. 1-1 pitch to the first baseman. He hits it up the middle, and that will not strand the runner. It's an RBI single for Noda, and now the Athletics only down by 4. 6-2 now. Here's Jordan Diaz. 0 for 2 day for him, and he rips a fastball, but it's gloved by Freeman. Good reflexes. But the A's get 2. Going to the next inning, Frasso started it, but now Hunter Harvey, the former Oriole, in relief. He just needs 1 more out here in the 8th. He's got 2 on for Elliott, and Elliott will ground it out to Freeman. The Athletics leave 2 on the base pass. We'll go top 9 now. Joe Barlow in, our best reliever on the season. Just trying to keep this one a 4-run deficit. Liover Peguero up first, and Peguero will hit this one into shallow right center, or Clark Elliott will put it away. Top of the lineup now, Freddie Freeman, 2-2, gets jammed, but that's what a former MVP and batting champion does. He gets jammed, he puts it into center field for a base hit. So 1 on now for Christian Yelich, who's had a great day. He gets underneath the fastball here. That's quickly 2 down as that one's flown out. Ohtani now up next with a runner on first. 1-2, and he goes down on the curveball. 6-2 Dodgers going into the 9th, and again, I'm going to spoil it. The Athletics got nothing in the bottom half of that inning, and they lose by a final score of 6-2, which is now loss number 98 on the season. So if we want to avoid 100, we got to win one of these final 2 against LA. 6 runs, 8 hits for the Dodgers, 2 runs, 7 hits for the Athletics. Again, we almost had the same hits as the opposing team. We just don't get many base hits. Too many of our hits are singles, and we're not able to do anything with it. Miller gets player of the game, 6 2/3, 12 strikeouts. He was excellent today, putting it on the corner with 100-plus speed all game. Don't know how you're supposed to hit that consistently. We lose game 2, 7-6 10. We get slaughtered in the 10th, giving up a 5 spot, which means we have to win the final game of the series to avoid 100 Ls. Now, before we get there, here's our 2 Saturday games to look at. The Royals get a nice road victory against San Francisco. KC a couple of games above 500, trying to keep their postseason champs alive. And then in the big game, the NL East, the Phillies beat the Braves. The Phillies kind of pulling away from Atlanta in that NL East race. And a win like this will definitely help things. So that final game of the series, we lose 3-2, which means we have 100 losses on the season. 43-100 is the Athletics record. We cannot keep it for another episode. So with that, I think we've reached the day off. I think this would be a good time to take a look at the minor league club, because the ball club on the majors really is bad, and we have not taken a look at the minor leagues in quite some time. So we'll get a look at them before we end this season, and also maybe take a look at some of the rookie ratings from this past draft. I know I might have simmed a little bit too far to see it on this screen, but I'm going to see if I can go get it in a save that I might have as a backup. So hopefully we'll be able to see that in the next episode as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know we stink, but hey, an off-season is on the horizon, which means another chance to try to fix this team. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.